Well, I think we're live. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good to see you. Good to see all you guys, man. So, one second. Let me do that real quick. There we go. So we've done a lot here, man. We got a lot to talk about. Sony just dropped the bomb on us. We got a state of play for Thursday, and of course, you guys already see it on the screen. We got a new trailer for Ratchet and Clank. Now, let me tell you right now, Ratchet and Clank looks insane. In fact, this looks and screams just next level right now. Everything about it, all the details, all the new added. I mean, granted, when we first saw it, it wasn't finished. It was still, still in the process of being done. It was still in development, et cetera, et cetera. But man, this latest look of it looks just so much more polished. It's next tier right now. And what can you do, man? This is really the next level thing, man. This is the next tier step for PlayStation, that's for sure. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What's up? I didn't say what's up already, but what's up? Brian Rios, what's up? Ari in the building. I said, what's up to you? What's up? Brian East, Mr. Clay. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Paul, what's going on? Good to see you're doing well, Clay. Good to see you. What's up, Seto? So, got a few announcements to make, man. Got a few announcements. So, Friday. Let's go ahead and start with Friday. I know a lot of you guys are wondering just what happened off air. Like, what happened off air? Because, bro, we had an insane talk with one of Sony Santa Monica's VFX artists, and she was a treat to talk to. And what was cool about the show, first of all, she was doing it live at the job, by the way. Hope you guys know that. But so basically, we had a technical issue. Just to go ahead and get it right to the point there. We had a little technical issue with the show we had to address and fix, and therefore I had to actually take the show down in the midst of that, for those of you that are wondering what happened Friday. However, I want you guys to give yourselves a round of applause, everybody in the chat, because let's just say a lot of Sony employees saw the show, and we have a lot of new fans who are now big fans and supporters of RGT. So Fridays are about to be a lot more lit than what you guys are usually accustomed to for us on the shows. We got a lot more stuff happening, got a lot more guests to definitely announce and get on the show. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. It's crazy. 4 years ago, when I first started doing YouTube, I didn't think the channel or hell, even anything of that nature would get close to where we are, to what we were last week. And lo and behold, we got that small little opportunity, and we just we knocked out the park. So shout out to you guys for making that possible in every step of the way, man. Seriously, I appreciate y'all. So you guys are in for a treat for Friday. I'm already working on the show. I'm not going to tell you who it is until probably late Thursday. So that's going to be the trend I'm going to do for y'all. Y'all want to know who the guests are? Either follow me on Twitter, or, of course, I'll announce it here on the channel. But make sure y'all got those bell icons, ticked. Because you know how YouTube is. A lot of you guys missed it. That's YouTube for you, man. I know I sound scripted when I say hit the bell icon. I mean, granted, it is a scripted-ass statement. Everybody says it, but it is the truth, though. Hit the bell icon and select all for notifications so you don't miss anything. There you go. I know, I cringe. I know, cringe, but that is part of the thing. What's up, Kara Williams? What's going on? Malik, what's up? Sean, what's going on, my guy? Jack, good to see you. Who else is in here? Jeremy, good to see you. So, no, it didn't get canceled. We were live. It was an insane show. Awesome conversation Friday. However, we had a technical issue, and I had to remove the show. That's the best way to explain what happened. We had a technical issue. It had to be removed. So shout out to her. Shout out to the awesome Rachel for coming through. And by the way, yes, for those of you wondering, she's a big fan of the show, and she will be back very soon. We'll definitely be getting her back on the show because she definitely wants to come by the show again. So we're definitely get her back on here, as well as a few others. What's up, Lobo? What is going on? So, man, it's going to be interesting to see what's up. It's going to be really interesting. See how things go and progress. Let's see here. 1 second. Let me move all this stuff out the way. Sorry, I'm a little unorganized. Yeah, no, I do this every Monday. All right, here we go. Now I can see everything good. Will you stream Returnal? Yes, sir, I will. Day one. I have it already downloaded and ready to go. Just probably going to have to stream it late. So it's probably going to be around midnight of Thursday because it drops Friday, right? So it'll be probably midnight of Thursday. And that's what we're going to do. We'll definitely stream it. More hyped. I'm definitely interested to stream it, but I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with me, but my attention as of late, I don't know about you guys, but my attention really has been on Resident Evil Village. Like, I really just been eyeing the game. Like, I didn't even play any of the demos. I remember I said I was going to stream some of the demos. I didn't even play a single one. It was like, yeah, I don't want to get teased, man. 30 seconds or 30 minutes of playing it, nah, it's not enough for me. I need to play the full thing, so I need to see it. Stock on mine's downloaded to phone. Yeah, it's all ready to go. Ready to go. Let me turn this up. I don't want no background noise, but it's ready to go. We're just gonna see what's up with that. Hopefully, I'm hearing good things. Everybody's saying this, good things about it. They're saying they're enjoying it. So, with that being said, again, shit. Since it's getting good reviews, et cetera, we'll see what's up, man. But me personally though, you already know, man, like the heavy hitting stuff that we really want. Like, for example, Ratchet and Clank, you already know that's day one. It's been day one since we first saw it. Resident Evil drops in May. And ironically, that stream, more likely leading up to, well, actually no, I can't even promise that. I can't even promise that. He said, "You think that 8-foot woman cute?" Oh God, yo! Everybody, listen. Everybody's sipping for the lady. I forgot her. I always forget her name, but everybody's sipping for her. She looks good. I ain't gonna lie, she looks good. But Capcom know what they doing with this vampire chick. They know what they doing. I mean, they're teasing the hell out of the daughter. The one that's covered in bugs. It looked like. I thought it was bats at first, but it's like bugs she's covered in. They know what they're doing with that character in that game. I mean, listen, we're seeing her pretty half, right? We haven't even seen her monster half. I'm pretty sure she's probably gonna look grotesque as ever when we get into the boss fight of her. I'm kind of interested to see if they'll do something with Chris, because Chris is in the game. But hopefully they don't do nothing rash like kill Chris off in this story. I hope not, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It would be cool if we got like a crazy tease, like for example, let's say Ada Wong or something shows up. I don't know, something crazy happens. I'm more into the daughters. Yeah, the daughters are gorgeous in the game. Everybody's just feeding for the queen or the mom or whatever, because she be doing some wild stuff on screen. And yeah, that is true, Seto. That is true. Dude's already making a big trend of it. It's wild for. It's the daughters for you. It's good though. Listen, it's quality. I'm good. I'm glad that they actually went this route though. It's cool. It's different. You know what I mean? It's different. It's, how do I say it? It's definitely a step up from what we've seen with the family and Resident Evil 7. Because Resident Evil 7, they were pushing more of the they were trying to do more like an Addams Family type approach with the family and RE7, right? They all had their own like respected things to look out for. Like you had the son who was more into traps, kind of like Saul, right? You had the mom who was obsessed with insects, and then you had the dad who was just flat out creepy and just scary by all means, you know what I mean? So they were going for like this Addams Family type of thing for the family in the last one. And the only good one out of the family, ironically, was the daughter of the family, who was, I think it was Zoe. Kind of sucks for Zoe, too, because even if you give Zoe the cure, if you played the game and you beat the game, whatever, even if you choose to give her the cure over Mia, she doesn't even survive, which was kind of a bummer. It's like, well, Jesus. What's the point of this character then? She doesn't get anything. Yeah, I see. Okay, so I've seen a lot of the breakdowns for the game, for the new one, and I noticed that the umbrella symbol is in the middle of the crest of the castle. So more than likely, this family is probably experiments of Umbrella. Maybe they were like rich. Maybe they helped fund it. if that makes sense, right? They had the funding. They helped fund the experimentation of the virus, and then they actually became sponsors of it. And when it took over or whatnot, they probably asked to be a part of it, like to get it. If that's the case, that'd be a cool reveal because it'll show that the virus can do more than just turn you into a flesh-eating zombie. I mean, we're seeing lichens in this game. You know what I'm saying? We have lichens in this game. We got vampires in this game. Who knows else they can throw into this? I think we saw like some genetically altered like serpent fish, something like that in the trailer. But that's nothing new. We saw a genetic altered like fish of some kind in Resident Evil 4. I think it was like a snakehead, right? It was a huge snakehead in Resident Evil 4. So it's technically the same thing, so to speak, for that. But you get what I'm saying. You're seeing different like effects of the virus, which is cool. I welcome it. I never played that on VR, but I heard good things about it on VR. Returnal was AAA. You getting Returnal, but you got I guess the game again. This is why I said a lot of people need to be very mindful to, or people are going to be mindful of, is the $70 price tag. Again, the comparisons are already like you just said it right there, bro. You're like, oh, Ratchet and Clank, $70. That's it. And I'm saying, well, believe it or not, that's going to transfer over to the new IPs as well. A lot of people are going to be looking at them with microscopes, and that's what you're seeing. A lot of people do it. Some people were sold on it day one. A lot of people weren't, but a lot of people like to assume that you were sold on it. What's up, Kevin? What else? Can we move the date up? My boy is June 3rd. Oh. Oh, man. You already know how that is, man. Just started saving for a PS5. Yeah, go. Like, you might be able to get one because things are starting to get better for them. But right now, if you really want a PS5, odds are you're probably gonna be paying an equivalent of a GPU for it right now. It's like $800, $700, and you can get them right now at at StockX. Reason why I say I would recommend going with StockX because you get legit what you pay for, a brand new product, and it's not something that somebody tampered with. I actually went and got my 3070 from StockX, hence why everything's running so much more smoother on the channel. So 4K uploads, that's right. Yeah, they back. Looking forward to that. So, I mean, you bought a PS5 to try new games. They can be $70. I don't care. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. But to a lot of people, though, remember that statement, what you just said? A lot of people are going to be looking at just what you just said, that price tag, and just like examining, is it, you know what I mean? Does the content substitute to that price? That's what I'm trying to get to you. You're going to see a lot of people doing that. Now, for Returnal is probably in a good state right now. The reason why I say it's in a good state right now, there's not much out there for PS5. You see what I'm saying? Like, not no new games. And Mooch brought this up, and shout out to Mooch because he brought up a good point here. A lot of people might buy this strictly off of pure impulse and might not even know much about Returnal. So that's another positive thing going into Returnal's favor. It can definitely do well with just those type of things working in its favor. But as far as the future of it, that's really going to be the question. Like, I'm not sure how well Returnal's going to do. I am open to see how well it does. I hope it does good because, it's a new IP. And Herman Hulst just said that they're not going to stop they're not going to stop experimenting and going into these experimental type of games. See what I'm saying? So you're still going to get those type of games from Sony down the road as things progress, which is smart. I'm glad that they at least confirmed that. You're still going to get those risks from Sony. That's one of the biggest things that I would actually take away, right? Especially if a game doesn't do well. When a game doesn't do well, it doesn't hit a certain target, usually 9 times out of 10, the studio won't really go back and try to experiment with that same thing. Hence why you're more than likely not ever going to get a Order 1886 sequel. You know what I'm saying? That's never going to happen. That studio is with another company. The IP is owned by Sony, but more than likely that game's not going to get a revival anytime soon. It's not going to happen. Bloodborne sold pretty well, but it was a different team. You're not going to get it. Supernova in the building. What's up? He says, I don't think you can determine the value of a game without having played it. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. But when you're selling something new, and when you're really trying to sell something new, and you're seeing these new price tags, a lot of people go strictly off of what they see, man. You got to come out there with just the best, like, it's kind of like going to a job interview, man. You got to really put your best foot forward, and you really got to look the part. That's why I'm going with that particular thing for games like this. They do have potential to do much better, but it always comes down to just, at first glance, it comes down to first impressions. First impressions are everything for a lot of these games. It really is. Like that third trailer that we got for Eternal, I kind of wish that was the first trailer, and all the other trailers preceding that were just extra filler. You see what I'm saying? You got to really sell us on the game. You got to sell it. You got to sell it, man. You really got to sell it. And that's why I hope they learn from all these games going in the future. Like that game Black Myth. We don't have no release date for Black Myth. We're not even sure if it's dropping this year, maybe next year for that game, right? But we know it's coming. I'm not sure we got a release date for that game. But, bruh, Black Myth, a lot of people are sold on Black Myth strictly off of what we saw. Strictly after what we saw. Hoping it don't get the Days Gone treatment because journalists can't be. Well, yeah, that's Days Gone had other stuff contributing to it aside from journalists, but I agree. Yeah, it had glitches. That's another thing. Quality insurance got to be there too. I'm saying $80, or no, I say $8, $80 to $85. What for Returnal? 80, 85. That's respectable score. Hey, why the thumbnail is so blurry? The thumbnail was blurry. Really? Didn't look blurry on my end. Yeah, thumbnail looked good on my end. What are you talking about? Maybe I'll go to the channel. Let's see. Let's check it on the channel. Oh, wow, it does look blurry. What the hell is that about? Okay. YouTube, man. Yo, YouTube's been doing some wild stuff, to be honest with you. They've really been doing some wild stuff. Like a lot of the let me change. But YouTube's been acting really weird past couple of days. Like it was showing me unsubscribe from people that I know I'm subscribed to, and then immediately as soon as I hit refresh, it would show them subscribed again. It was just like it was doing a lot of weird stuff like that. Yeah, it's still blurry. It's a YouTube issue. I don't really know what to tell you, man. It's YouTube's doing that. Yeah, it's blurry on mine too. I just saw it on the channel. That's so weird. Don't worry, Bloodborne 2 is definitely going to happen. Too many fans out here. Sony ain't stupid, but it's not going to drop anytime soon. Think 4 years from now. I mean, if anything, if they were smart, they would just do what happened to Demon's Souls. I would just have that game be remastered or remade by Bluepoint for PS5. That makes sense. Take advantage of the bells and whistles, and then have that be the new thing for them. And maybe that will spark even more interest in it, because that's one of the main things people want. They want at least a remaster, or they want a patch for Bloodborne for the PlayStation 4 or PS5. Sorry, and they can experience it at a higher performance. So yeah. That's what a lot of people want. Yeah, it still is looking. Yeah, I saw it, bro. I think a lot of people are going to go into Returnal not knowing what a roguelike it is, and they may be getting into more than they thought. That's true. That's a good point. Supernova. That's a good point. A lot of people don't know that it's a roguelike game. It gets more difficult. I think that's probably going to be another obstacle they got to worry about too, because when you die in the game, you start all the way at the beginning. Like there's no checkpoint. There's no, going back to where you were prior. No, you go right back at the beginning of the game, and the game resets, and you're starting at the beginning again. So that's kind of, yeah, you can definitely see that. Says you could thank Susan. Oh no, Bloodborne does not need a sequel. Leave well enough alone. So here's the thing. You could definitely make a sequel out of Bloodborne. There's so many stories in Bloodborne in the first one that they didn't even explore that they could definitely make a sequel out of and make it more interesting. I mean, the Hunter DLC was really, really good. The new weapons they incorporated with that was insane. But I'm saying they could do so much stuff. Trust me. A sequel for Bloodborne, you guys probably said that for Demon Souls. Dark Souls. Dark Souls got plenty of sequels. And the thing is, Dark Souls, to a lot of people, it didn't probably need them. Did it not? It probably didn't need them. So I'm just saying, you could definitely get it to the game. They could benefit from it. Let me, why is my thing looking just like this? Hold on. Let me turn this off. Okay. Hey, hopefully that fixed my problem. Let's see. Cavemans, what's up? You want a PS5, Cavemans? You're probably going to spend a little bit, but try StockX. They got them all in stock there. You're not going to pay for no busted system or no used system. You're getting it brand spanking new. Just know prices are more likely inflated, but they do have bundles, so you could probably get a little bit more out of the deal if you want to go that route. So definitely consider that if you want to get a PS5. Try there. I would say avoid eBay at all costs. I'm saying right now, avoid eBay. eBay's trying to get $1,000 per console. Don't do that. You don't want that. If Smooth played Returnal, he'll break his TV. I mean, he almost broke his controller when he played Last of Us. Shout out to Smooth, but I might hit him up. I might ask him to stream it. Yeah, that'd be good for his channel. He needs to stream more games. I really think that's where Smooth like excels at, when he just streams games and just has fun with them. Like, people gave him flack when he played Bloodborne, but let's face it, we all agree he was having a time of his life playing Bloodborne, even though he was struggling at it first, right? He was having the time of his life type of thing. So I think that should be a staple for him personally that he should go for. Hawk Styles, you are never nice to chat. Care to explain? I get a lot of messages, as you can see there, Hawk. There are checkpoints in each new blown you get to. Oh, there are. So you don't start all the way at the beginning at all. I thought it was like if you die, it goes right back to like level 1 or something like that. No? I thought it was like that. Okay. So if it's like that, then yeah. Still, it's going to be a challenging game. So you have to invest in checkpoints and revive. Okay, to get revives. Okay, that makes sense. Javier, what's up, my guy? What's good? If only the competition had games to compete. Well, the thing about them, they got games. They're coming, but they have to legit. They have a long way to go for those. I already talked about that before. Probably 2023-ish, you'll start seeing those games. I doubt you'll see anything in 2022. So 2023, until then, you're going to see a lot of third-party deals and a lot of maybe second-party games to fill in the slots for them personally. And then those are going to be there to help fill the void and cross the gap. So the big heavy hitters come in like 2023. Because, Hellblade 2... the last time we saw them taking pictures of ground, like the gravel and stuff like that. And when a company is taking pictures of the gravel and is doing all that type of stuff, that usually means 9 times out of 10, they're just into the level design. They haven't even started the actual, like, they haven't mocapped anything. They haven't done all that stuff that you guys are hoping for. So they just now started production at that time. I think they're going to be fine. I don't think they're going to have an issue with theirs, but we'll see. He said Smooth sold his PS5. No, he had another one, I think. He had 2 PS5s, I think. I don't think he sold it. I'm not sure. I know he had 2 Xboxes. Like, he had an Xbox Series S and X, I think he said. And I think he had 2 PS5, and he sold one to Addict. But if he did sell it to Addict, then, well, so much for the Returnal game stream. Wish we could get a damn Horizon Forbidden West gameplay trailer because we've seen enough of Ratchet. Who knows what I'm talking about? Yeah, that see the thing about Horizon, they're saving this particular game, Horizon in general. A lot of people thought it was dropping this year. I didn't honestly think it was going to drop this year after all the news we got for COVID. More than likely, Horizon got pushed back, so that's probably going to be 2022. I don't think it's dropping this year because at that point they would have been automatically talking about it. We would have saw more for it. We would have got some updates. I really don't think it's coming this year, but it could. We could see something for it in June. We could be because that was the other thing that was going around. You might see like a snippet or two in June, but I'm not really sure. It's really up in the air at this point for Ratchet. One of the biggest things that I already knew wasn't going to happen because it didn't make logical sense because nothing was really alluding to it was Ragnarok. A lot of people thought Ragnarok was going to drop this year. Again, I would be as shocked as everybody if it drops this year, but I already know deep down that game's not coming this year. That's 2022. That's a massive release that you don't want to risk. Not risk. That's a game you don't want to rush. That's a game you take your time with. So you got to really push that to its best. You don't rush Ragnarok. How's it going? What's up, Hunter? He says, how's it going? Super freaking hyped for Ratchet. Thankfully, finally, it got rated so we don't have anything to worry about. Yeah, I know. Looks good. It looks fantastic. 90 Metacritic is my prediction for Ratchet and Clank. That's a high prediction. I mean, it could, man. What did the last one do? The last one did pretty good. This one looks next level. I mean, look at the graphics. Look at the attention to detail. Look at all the effects. It looks like a Pixar movie, legit, but cranked up times 10, It's so much happening on screen, and I'm very proud to see that. So that right there, more than likely, is going to bump it even higher. It might go past the 90 easily, especially if the story's great. I think the last one that dropped, I forgot the name of it. I think it was just called Ratchet and Clank, right? That one dropped with a movie. And if I remember correctly, everybody said that the game was better than the movie itself. So this one doesn't have the burden of having a movie to launch with it. So this is going to be even better. It doesn't have no extra stress on the devs or nothing. What's up, Eugene? It better be a PS5 exclusive, not crashing. I mean, that was the big report, right? That was the big fear. That was the big fear. We'll see, man. We'll see. If it drops this year, I don't want to hear nobody complain because more likely it probably would be cross-gen if it drops this year. That's for sure. I can definitely put a little stock into that. I probably would put a little stock into that. Hey, Nova, you want in? I can get you on here if you want to talk about stuff. I don't know if you want to, man. Dang, your Discord be packed. Oh, yeah, always, man. Everybody's talking. They, join Discord. Have fun. Everybody talks about stuff. They spread news around, talk about what they want. I mean, the Discord's open. And as you guys saw Friday, we'll have access to even more things that are going to be added to the show. So there's going to be a lot of things to look out for. Sure. There should be a link in the description. Can you see it? Just click join and I'll get you in here. That way I don't have to. I mean, it should be, it should be in there. Or one in the chat, like floating around. But it should be in the Discord. The description. Loving the one-on-ones. Hey, Rob, got good news for you. We have a ton more to go. Starting Fridays. So if RGT wasn't already one of your favorite shows to listen to on Fridays, it's about to get even more packed because I'm already talking to a lot of people and we're working on a lot of stuff for you guys for Fridays. So best believe, man, this is not the end of anything. We're gonna have another one possibly this Friday. I'm not gonna say who it is. You'll find out late Thursday, who that is. But, we're definitely doing things the right way here. We're having fun. And first of all, shout out to the almost 200 people here. Hit that like button. It's another thing. I need the likes to go up, man. I don't mean to brag I don't mean to beg, but seriously, I need the likes up, man. I need the likes up. Let's go. I'm bringing fire for you guys Fridays. I got nothing but nonstop content dropping, I promise. It's going to be nonstop. Videos, of course, will continue as always throughout the week. So, when we don't have much to talk about personally, I'll go into the opinion pieces, all that jazz. But we have a lot to talk about. It's a good time to really be excited. It's a good time to be a gamer in general. And, we're definitely going to be celebrating a lot of that stuff. He said Ryan's going to flex. I ain't flexing none. I'm chilling, man. I am happy. All right, let's see. We got Nelson Gaming just joined. I don't see Supernova. See in the Discord? Yeah, just jump in when you're ready, Nova, and I'll get you on the show. No props. Yeah. So there's a new protagonist that's going to be joining Ratchet in this one. Alexandra. I had to look at the chat. But yeah, there's a new protagonist that's going to be adding that they just added to the game to fight alongside Ratchet, and her she's going to be the other character that's going to be in the game. And basically, from what we're looking at here, they're able to go to different worlds. So it's like their worlds are looping with one another. It's really cool. It's a really cool concept for both the characters. Really dope. I'm really interested to see how she really affects the story. And if she does affect the story really, really good, then she could be like a new staple. And if she is a new staple, no, I'm not even going to cap, man. If she's a new staple, woo, we'll see what's up, man. That's definitely adding a lot more to the game itself. Narcotic Opinion, what's up, man? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, man. King Darren, what's up? Oh Lord, that lady had oh God, no comment. Metallics, what's up? What's going on, bro? Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Slow Mo Backslap just jumped into the chat. What's up, my guy? Yo, make sure you guys sit up. Make sure everybody make sure you guys subscribe to Slow Mo. Him and Forte are doing some good things over there, man. Dropping some good content. You don't see the Discord link? Here. Check your DM on Twitter there, Supernova. I got you on it. Yeah, I've done this. Never, no limit, generate link. All right. I gotta do some stuff here. Dun, 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 I just sent it there, Nova. There you go. Just sent it. And one thing I'll tell you about Slow-Mo, if he hits a certain goal, he'll fall through to it. I mean, he already had to sit through the excruciating hours of the one and only Bugsnax. So I'm not sure what he's going to play this time, but we'll see what he's going to play. I switched my headset off. Hold up. All right, we got Supernova in the Discord. So, hold on. So, I'm a special guest for now. Put that there. All right, Nova. Just jump in when you're ready, Nova. You'll see it on the top left. Make sure y'all can hear him. So, another thing I got to make sure I fix. And switch that to Focusrite. There we go.
What up, man?
What up? Guys, can y'all hear Supernova? Can y'all hear him loud and clear? Let's see. Focusrite. There we go.
Yeah, well, you can hear me, so I'm sure they can hear me.
What up? Oh, they hear you loud and clear. All right. What's up, my guy? What's good to see you? How you doing?
I'm all right, man. How you been?
I'm just fine, man. You know how it is, man. you know how it is, man. Another day, another game, another something when it comes to this PlayStation side.
Yeah, for sure, man. for sure. But yeah, both Returnal and this game, they look good, man. Not gonna lie, they look good.
Yeah. Do you think? All right. So since you see Returnal, you see this. Remember, I said the $70 thing. You know, that kind of that constant conversation. What's your thoughts on that? Now you've seen this versus Returnal. What's your thoughts on it? Mooch in the building. What's up, Mooch? But what's your thoughts?
Like if I were to say if they're both $70,
That seems to be
again,
the trend. That's kind of the trend, right? So yeah, I guess that would be the question. Yeah.
it's hard for me to say because
Right.
I honestly, if I had to say what I think I'm probably gonna have more fun in Ratchet and Clank, and I think it's gonna
Right.
be a bigger experience than Returnal.
Mm-hmm.
But without playing Returnal, I can't really decide whether or not
That's yeah.
dollar value is warranted or not. Because I mean, if Returnal is a game that I'm going to end up playing for 20 plus hours, then fuck yeah, $70 for a game I'm playing for 20 plus hours, absolutely. But if it's a game that I'm going to play for 7 hours, then that $70 ain't looking so good. So I mean, it really depends.
Yep, that's true. That's the big obstacle for this, even going into the new games itself, right? Like, it really just puts pressure. The $70 price tag, it just puts unnecessary pressure, in my opinion, on new games. But like Herman Hulse said, they're not going to stop experimenting, like the experimental games. So we'll see how it does. But Mooch, since he's in the chat, shout out to Mooch. He brought this up though. He did bring this up. He said that more people probably will buy this pure off of impulse because there's not really much out there aside from Resident Evil. So, the game might do well, very, very well in those respects. Hard to really say.
Yeah, I think it'll do well, but again, I think we're gonna have the problem with a lot of people, especially because the trailers don't really show it.
Yeah.
Like I said, people not knowing what a roguelike is, not knowing that when you die, everything resets, your health resets, everything resets, and you start from the beginning. So a lot of people may think this is just a fun third-person shooter, platformer, shit like that, not knowing what they're getting into. Like people who, first got a FromSoft game, not knowing what the hell that's about, or who played Neo because Neo looked cool, not realizing it's like a FromSoft game, and they're being like, "What the hell is this?" Mm-hmm. So I think that's something that may hurt Returnal, and I think a lot of people are going to buy it because from when you first look at it, when you look at the trailers, you can't really tell it's a roguelike. It just looks like this really cool third-person bullet hell game,
right?
So I think it'll do well sales wise because, like you said, there's really not a whole lot going on, and because
people want that next
game.
Yeah, people are thirsty for that next gen experience because they're mostly playing like PS4 games on this for the most part.
Right.
Yeah, they want that next one. That's for sure.
But I think it's going to kick a lot of people in the teeth not realizing what it is. But we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it does, man. Personally, we'll see. You bought it right day one, or are you getting it later?
No, I'm getting it day one. I don't really not get games day one. Like if there's a game I'm interested in, I pre-order it. Because I don't care. Like if reviews come out and they're not great, I don't care as long as it's a game I'm interested in. Like I told someone today on Twitter, like if I gave a shit about Metacritic, I probably wouldn't have played Days Gone. And Days Gone for me was a fantastic game.
That's true. So, like what was the other game? The Order 1886. Order 1886 scored extremely low. It was in the 60s, if I remember correctly, and that's one of the best PS4 games in a long time.
Agreed. And I can understand the reasoning for the low score, but at the same time, it's a fantastic game that it sucks that it will never get a sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Like games like I'm not sure how much was Oddworld. Does anybody know how much Oddworld was? But Oddworld, and it was that other game. The other game looked pretty cool. It was called Biomutant. You remember Biomutant? The little rabbit with the robotic arm?
Yeah, Biomutant looks interesting, and I think I'll pick that one up too. As far as Oddworld, I can't tell you because they gave it to us in PS Plus.
Yeah.
But I know that scored like a 60-something on Metacritic. It wasn't. Yeah. I tried getting into it. I couldn't do it, man. But I don't have any nostalgia for Oddworld. I never played it back in the day, so I don't have any nostalgia for it. So me trying to get into it now, I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I never was sold. Like I have nothing against Oddworld. It just never was a game that I personally got into from the beginning. So it's like, when I see it and people hype it up saying it has this, that, and the third, it's like, well, I can't comment on it. Like I can't guarantee anything for it.
I mean, I got people singing the praises of the original games, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. But like I said, man, I tried getting into it, I just couldn't. It's not a game for me. It feels very much like a PS3 game. And not that PS3 games are bad or anything, but it just feels like it doesn't feel like a current gen or next gen game.
Right, it doesn't feel updated up to par to the newer standard. That's true. Like a lot of people were wanting to play Ratchet, or not Ratchet. A lot of people want to play Resistance Fallen Man, and like I said with that, Resistance Fallen Man is dated. Like, you know what I mean? Like the first one especially, like on PS3. You would have to get that game legit remade for PS5, which is why, again, I've been putting a lot of stake in the whole remake of Ratchet, or not Ratchet, but Resistance, the series. So, I see that just happening in some capacity. I mean, they're already talking about SOCOM, so, it's possible, man. It's definitely possible.
I mean, Insomniac keeps teasing it.
Oh, yeah. Now Sony's talking about SOCOMs, and they're getting ready to make a new game. They got a new studio working on another multiplayer.
Oh yeah, the Firewalk studio, they're working on a online multiplayer shooter, I think, because all the people that brought over from like Destiny, Apex Legends, they've got devs from all these games.
Right, that's true.
So, we'll see what happens.
Shout out to the Platform Live. He dropped the $5 super chat. I appreciate it, Danny. Thank you. He says, "What's up, Big Cloud and RGT fam? Hashtag PC." We got Luca in the building. She dropped the $5 super chat. She says, "Ratchet and Clank looks amazing, as does Returnal. I'm excited for I'm excited for y'all." So you're not playing neither, Luca? I'm surprised. Hold up, you're not getting neither one? I mean, not Returnal, but well, actually, no, Returnal would be up your alley because you like a challenge. But I know for fact you'll like Ratchet. Ratchet's really, really good. It's a really, really good game.
Now it's Ratchet, Rivet, and Clank.
There you go. You already know she's gonna be a new staple. She looks good though. I'm interested how she really affects the story, but she looks cool.
Yeah, the game looks good. We're at this point now between games like this and games like Kenna. We're at the point now where games are hitting that Pixar quality, that DreamWorks animation quality, and it's freaking insane, man. It's crazy.
I mean, we kind of already did. We already hit the Pixar level quality. If you think about it, remember Knack? I mean, it didn't do ridiculously well on Metacritic, right? But it hit that level of, that level of quality in terms of just the way it looks. But this right here, I would say, is like the top. This looks more like the CGI version of a Pixar movie, right? Like really like ramped up to the max. Does that make sense? It looks like that.
It's like when you look at the difference between Toy Story 1 and the most recent Toy Story. Like there's a big difference in terms of how the movies look, and even though they're both Pixar, it's kind of like that. Like this game, to me, is way above and beyond what Knack was, especially with the fur and stuff on the characters. Where on Knack, everything is pretty much smooth.
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. So, question for you. Since you're getting to day one like me, and I'm not sure if you're going to stream it. You going to stream it?
Returnal?
Yeah, Returnal.
I don't really stream games.
Why not stream? I mean, when it's not much to talk about, you might as well stream. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be putting gameplay on the channel. We need something, man. You need gameplay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I know I'm definitely going to do like an initial reaction video and like a review after that, but I don't know about streaming. Maybe. I know people want me to do that. It's just
get a camera and stream.
I think I'm a boring person to stream because I don't really talk when I play. I play. I can't really talk, especially if it's a game.
You'll naturally grow into it.
Probably.
Yeah, you'll naturally grow into that type of stuff. You don't have to necessarily talk all the way, right? Not every single stream, but you'll grow into it if you want to put that type of, if you want to go for it, go for it.
See, I know it's something that people have asked me to do, so I'm thinking about it. But for Returnal, I'm not sure yet.
That's true. You never know till you try, man. You never know till you try. I mean, you got Returnal, got that for Returnal. But what I was about to ask you was Resident Evil 7, day one, or is that a pass? Did you even play the demo?
8? No, yeah. 8's going to be a day one because I really like 7. Yeah. These demos though make no freaking sense to me because I don't understand
teasers, man. They're teasers. All it is.
I don't understand. I just don't understand the 30-minute time constraint because the demos have ends. Like you can get to the end of the demo
Yeah.
And then if there's time left over, you can just play the demo again. So why limit you to 30 minutes?
I think it's the server. I think it's like it comes down to the server. Like they have it on there for a certain time, so that's why the time limit is so important. Like once the server is up, it's up. You know what I mean? And they don't want you just like to have it.
I'm not talking in terms of like from like, oh, it's only available from this date to this day. I'm talking about 30 minutes. Like you can only play for 30 minutes, and after that you can't play again.
Yeah, that's weird too. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to hide like other stuff that you'll find because eventually this stuff. I mean, everything we're seeing is obviously going to be in the main game, right? So I'm guessing they're trying to save surprises for when you actually get it. What's going on?
Right, but I mean, if they're limiting the sections, because like I said, the demos have ends. Like the first one, I didn't rush. I was taking my time watching the cutscenes, and I got to right before where the end of the demo was, and then it cut off because I hit the 30 minutes. So, but I was right at the end. My buddy who finished it said like I was right at the end.
Right.
But for the second demo, I was kind of not taking my time and just kind of hustling through the building, which sucks because for me, Resident Evil is about exploring and investigating and looking for shit.
Yeah.
So I had to run through, and I beat it the first time in 17 minutes, and then I ran through again and did it in like 13 minutes or something like that. But so there's an end to the demos, so we can't see more than they're going to let us see anyway, because certain doors are locked, pathways are blocked. We can only go certain ways. So to limit us to the 30 minutes still seems weird. And then to give us village 30 minutes, then castle 30 minutes, and then village and castle for an hour. It's like
yeah, it's so confusing.
Why? Dude, just give us the village and castle for an hour. Limit how far we can go. Constrain it to like there, and let us play it until the demo's no longer online.
I mean, it's not like you haven't given away the whole. Well, I wouldn't say this is the beginning of the whole game, right? But it's not like they haven't given away the first section of the game, so to speak.
And if you think about the Resident Evil 7 demo that we had, that was playable as many times as you want. You could play the Resident Evil 7 demo over and over and over again as many times as you want. Didn't matter. But for whatever reason, they're doing it this way. Again, I don't understand it, but still playing it, it's definitely going to be a day one because I love Resident Evil 7. So yeah.
What do you think about like? I'm gonna throw this theory out here. Let me know what you think about this. But do you think they're doing this because of the whole PT thing? Remember how PT for that demo that Hideo Kojima I think was making? Remember how before we got Death Stranding, we were supposed to get that, and now people are even selling their consoles with just that demo on it because people still want it. But Sony went out their way to get that off the store, and yet people still have it. Do you think that's it? Like they just want to like shut it? They want to ensure that it's done, so to speak, with these timers on these demos.
Well, no, because they're still limiting, how many days we have to play it, So it's not like we have infinite days to play. If they say, okay, you have between, let's say, hypothetically, I'm putting out made-up dates. They'll say, okay, you have from, April 1st to April 5th to play the demo. Which is pretty much what they've done. Yeah, so they're still constraining the date, not the date. It's cut off, and that's it. We can't play it anymore because when you go to play it, it's going to be like, sorry, the time's up. Yeah. So... But and I don't have a problem with the limitation on the days. It's the 30-minute limitation where I can only play for 30 minutes, and then after that, it's like that's it. You got to wait till the next demo to play that for 30 minutes, and then that's it. You got to wait for the next demo to play that for an hour, which is just the first two demos you already played together. I don't know. Like I said, it doesn't make any sense to me. But
yeah,
Capcom's Capcom.
They throw a lot. It's like they're throwing a lot of stuff at a wall, right? Low key. I don't know. It's something sticks.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely going to be a day one. I think it's going to be cool.
I hope so, man. I really hope so. I'm loving what they're doing, even with the merchant coming back. It's like it has the classic feel, It has everything back, like the heart and soul, if that makes sense, is kind of returned in the game itself, and that's kind of where I really wanted to. Resident Evil 2 was a love letter in a sense. That's what it felt like. But this one right here, it's like they're really having fun with it. Like everybody's now simping over the lead vampire chick.
Oh yeah, Lady, or whatever the hell her name is.
Lady,
I don't get that, man. But whatever, if that's your thing, yeah. People going wild over this lady. And my buddy, I was asking my buddy, I was like, dude, I don't understand why everyone's going crazy over this chick. And he's like, well, she got a big rack. And I was like, well, yeah, but there's tons of other girls in gaming that have like huge racks. So I don't understand what the infatuation is with this vampire lady. But
it gets me weak. She ducks to get indoors and all that. Like, crazy. Bro, it's like, yo, they're killing me with this. And we haven't even seen like the the other form, because you know she's going to have a monster form, you know, like the mutant form.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because we saw a glimpse of it when you played the Maiden DLC, or not DLC, but the Maiden demo, right?
Yes.
So you remember how the imp she grabs you by the throat and like her little claws come out of her fingers?
Yeah.
So she has another form. You know what I'm saying? She has a crazy form that we just haven't seen yet, but they're really teasing you with like this other look of her. So, you know, that type of thing. But no, it looks dope, man. It looks really, really dope.
The only thing I don't like about it is you can't aim down the sights of your weapons, which I hate. That's the only thing I don't like.
You don't
about
like
it.
that? I mean, well, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah, true.
Like for both the pistol and the shotgun, like when you press L2, like I mean, especially being first person for me, I expect L2 means guns up. I'm looking down the sights, and the gun lifts up like a tiny bit, and the reticule just gets a little bit smaller. So it's like I don't understand. I would prefer the iron sights, yeah, or some type of sight.
I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe they didn't
want
to. They didn't want to do. They kind of gave you that option in the Chris Redfield DLC for 7. You know, you could aim through an iron sight, whatnot. But I don't know if they don't want to do it because they don't want it to look like Call of Duty, because that's kind of a lot of people would look at it as. It's like Call of Duty-esque if they do that. So maybe that's their way of standing out. I'm not sure.
I mean, I guess because that's even something that Halo did for a long time. You know, because Halo started, there were no aim down the sights mechanics. So for a while, Halo didn't do that. And I think Halo 4 was like one of the last Halos I played on the 360, and it was still like that where you couldn't aim down the sights. Mm-hmm. But Call of Duty and Battlefield and stuff have already been doing that for years now. So now that's what Halo does. Halo, you can aim down the sights now. It's kind of evolved with the rest of these kind of first-person games. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure why they don't do it, but it just feels strange, especially if L2 is for you to be, you know, kind of focusing your aim, and the gun lifts up a tiny bit, and the reticule gets smaller. Why not just let me lift the gun all the way? Yeah. Again, small gripe, but yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like about the demos. Other than that, I liked everything.
Shadow made a good point. He said they tried to gimp your aiming just to make it more intense for like those close quarter situations. You know, like when you're like in the dungeon part with those little golem things in the demo. I think that's what it is too. It's just to add extra tension to it. I mean, honestly, if you want to add extra tension to it on top of that, then I would say VR support should be a must for this. Yes. Since I don't think VR is really there for it. I could be wrong, but I don't think there's VR support for the game yet. So
no, I think it'll be something that comes after the fact. Like Resident Evil 7 didn't get VR after release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably true. They're probably waiting for PSVR 2 to incorporate it in a patch. But yeah, I agree completely. That stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, if I'm being 100%, you know, when I was playing PSVR 1 and playing Resident Evil 7, it got me sick, man. I think because of the screen door effect and the refresh rate not being high enough that it got me kind of nauseous. And I don't get motion sickness. Like you can put me on craziest roller coaster in the world, but for whatever reason, I couldn't play Resident Evil 7 in VR for more than like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I played on the Oculus. Shout out to Lincoln Clay. I was playing golf with a few of the homies on there, and I ain't gonna lie, VR is super immersive. It's very immersive, but man, 100%. that shit is like. It's next level when you really start getting into like more demanding games, if that makes sense. Like that really require a lot. But I don't know, man. Like I'm definitely looking forward though to how far it goes. Like, you know, with the new VR controllers for PS5, they now got the analog sticks, stuff like that. So they definitely took away a lot of that constraints that were in the last one. Like with the little move controllers, so it should be a lot better of an experience. If I remember correctly, it has better tracking, better FPS, and it's 1080p. So really, I don't think motion sickness is going to be a problem for you if you get the next one. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be an issue for you. Man. So we got some news about a PlayStation China event. It's going to be a conference on April 29th. And one of the biggest things that's coming out of this supposedly is Lost Souls Aside, ladies and gentlemen. Are you hyped for that, Nova? Lost Souls Aside?
I honestly don't have no idea what that is, if I'm being honest.
See? What do you guys think about Lost Souls Aside being at this show in the chat? Me personally, it could be. At the same time, could not be. I'm interested to seeing it, though. It is going to be interesting to see how they do it. I'm not expecting no crazy announcements, though, at this show. It's kind of like when we went to the, what was it? I forgot the name of the show. It was like PlayStation. It wasn't called PlayStation Japan Showcase. It was just called God, I forgot the name of it, but it was another show, and basically it was everything that we got over here in the Western territories, but they were doing it for over there in Japan, and they only announced like 2 things, and that was basically limited edition consoles at that time, and 1 game. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do that show. That's a report that's going around, Karen. It's a real big report going around that could be at the show. Appreciate that. Danny dropped another 5. He says, dude, I have been following Lost Souls Aside for years. Day 1. We'll see. We'll definitely see if it's there. TGS, I don't even think we got any word for TGS. I'm not sure. I don't think Tokyo Game Show is happening yet. We'll see when we get there.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it yet.
Yeah, I don't think there's any clarification for that. Only thing we do know of for a fact is that Thursday we're getting a state of play for PlayStation's Ratchet and Clank. So we already kind of talked about Ratchet. I mean, you guys are all you're synonymous with it. It's incredible. It's a next tier experience when we're looking at here, which I'm hyped for. I'm definitely sold on. But that's about it for that. I mean, I'm not sure what else could they possibly show for Ratchet. I mean, they said gameplay, right, Nova? That's what they said for Thursday? It's like extensive gameplay.
I think so. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know why they keep showing us like this one specific game when there's all these other games that we're supposedly getting.
Yeah, Returnal could have benefited from a state of play like this. Returnal could have done.
Returnal, Kenna, Deathloop, anything, man.
Well, Deathloop's delayed, so they delayed Deathloop. No talks for. We still haven't got no talks for Dying Light 2 as well. I was really hyped for that. I was hoping that was going to be day 1 for PS5. No talks for Dying Light as well. So I'm not sure how long it's going to happen. So there's that.
But I'm getting leered. A lot of these games that are supposed to be coming out this year, like you were saying, Ragnarok and Forbidden West, that you think are getting pushed to 2022. And I think that there's a good chance of that, which sucks because they're both announced as 2021 games.
Mm-hmm.
So I almost wish they wouldn't have put the date on it. Yeah, like they put the date on there. I wish they wouldn't have shown the date at all.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I hate when that happens. You see the date, you're ready for it. Boom, it gets pushed back, and you're ready for it. I hate that. It's the worst feeling.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't mind if one of them gets pushed back, but like if they both get pushed back, those are both huge games to get pushed back to next year.
I mean, even if they get pushed to next year, it's smooth sailing for PlayStation. You really think about it. There's not really much they really got to worry about, at least until 2023. You know what I mean? Like that's where my assumptions are going for the other side. I see stuff dropping for them in 2023, especially Hellblade and all that stuff. I don't really see much else dropping. So there's that. So we're gonna get indie games Thursday too. Okay, so. You get some indie games. Maybe they'll show Biomutant again if it hasn't already dropped.
That game looks cool, man.
Yeah. What was that other game? Stray with the cat. I don't think we saw a gameplay of that yet.
Yeah, that one I'm not too sure about. Like that, it doesn't look like my type of game. But
you like that game. You like that game. Stop. That's cap.
Yeah, that and Bug Snacks are my favorite. Yep.
I'm just saying, man. You got options. You can't go wrong with options.
Yeah, no, there's things coming out for sure.
So, what game you looking forward to the most for PS5? Anything in particular, like a future game that you want?
Specifically this year.
I mean, it could be really what you want. You can say this year. You can say like a future.
If we're gonna talk about games that have at least been announced, then it's got to be Ragnarok. I mean, if I had to pick a game that is announced for PS5, that's got to be my most anticipated game.
Yeah, I hope that game again. Like I think you asked me, like I think you said, because remember the reports are going around for that game being on PS4. If it drops this year, I think it's time. You know what I mean? If it really drops this year, it's definitely going PS4
this year.
Yeah, it really will go PS4 because there's no way you're just dropping that on PS5 only at all. And I hope they're not rushing it for the sake of getting it to PS4 and PS5.
Oh,
That makes sense.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's the one game you don't want to rush neither. That game needs its own time. So, but I don't think it's dropping this year. I think that's next year.
I don't. Yeah, when they first announced it dropping this year, I was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, no gameplay, no nothing. All we saw was just the music. We saw the title card, which looked dope. It's called, it's Ragnarok, which I already talked about too. Ironic, I talked about that in the video. It was a video I did on my channel where it said release date and everything. It's my most viewed video. Everything in that video came out to be true, and we were hit with that trailer. So we'll see, man. I'm waiting for one last little bit of news, but if COVID didn't happen, it probably would have dropped this year.
I think if COVID didn't happen, a lot of shit would
it would have dropped this year if it wasn't for COVID. Yeah. So I'll say that article was definitely on point if it wasn't for COVID. But yeah, shit. Not really much else, man. I already announced it, but to the 200 people here live, shout out to you guys who came through on Friday. A lot of doors open for the channel. You're going to see a lot of crazy stuff on Fridays. Make sure you guys tune in on RGT. I'm talking, we're going to have developers from all sides of the globe, because we made a great impression. So shout out to you guys for making that possible. I want you guys to give yourself a round of applause in the chat. Appreciate everybody who came through. We got 200 plus people in here. Didn't even look at the chat. Let's get 200 likes in this chat, man. I want to say shout out to Nova for coming through. Finally get to get him on the show. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But we're talking about it. But yeah, appreciate you. And make sure you guys tune in on Fridays, man. You're going to be surprised who I get on here next. I promise you guys. You're not going to be disappointed. But Nova, Mr. Supernova, where can they find you?
Yes, sir.
Where can they find you?
On YouTube at Supernova Gaming or on Twitter at Gaming Supernova.
There you guys go. Make sure you guys follow Supernova Gaming. And until next time, this is Big Cloud Gaming. I'll see you guys, obviously, tomorrow. Videos leading up to the shows and et cetera, et cetera. But y'all be good, all right? We out of here. Deuces.